Hey there, Magic Makers, it's Deb D here for your Witch Wednesday, and today we are at part 5 in our intuition series. Today we will play in your mind, for we are at Claircognizance, your clear knowing. So as a magic weaver and an intuitive guide, I believe we are all magical, and I believe also that we are all intuitive. Hence our intuition series, so we can tap in to how your intuition, your magic turns up for you. So as I've been sharing the clairs, we started with clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, and now at claircognizance, what I'm inviting you into is connecting to your own intuition so that you can learn for yourself which clair is strong in me and which clair do I want to develop. For they all are a part of you, and often as magic makers, there's one clair that steps forward as the leader. So we can absolutely sharpen that clair, and the other clairs we can tend to and play with. So we build the fullness of our intuitive magic. Hence the series. And if you need to, if you want to, if you're inspired to, you can go back to the beginning and watch the whole series where I speak about intuition as you, an intuitive magic maker. And then I dive into those other clairs, the clairvoyant, the clairsentience, and your clairaudience. But we're here now, magic makers, so let's just settle in with your claircognizance. Claircognizance is your clear knowing. It's when you just know something. You get a block of thought and it's the truth. You just know it to be the truth. And it's not something you've been thinking about for a while. It literally drops in. So let's now go into our mind. It is without doubt that our mind, our amazing human brains, are absolutely awe-inspiring with all that they can do and do with and for us. And it's often our mind that we go to as a default in our earthbound experience. And we're at this play between our magical mind and our ego mind, our thinking mind and our intuitive mind, and working with and being in the play and then potentially the mastery of your mind is an action, a journey, an adventure you can take as a magic weaver. Like an example, manifestation. We've all heard it, your thoughts create your reality. So let's now breathe into my mind is magical. Because it is. It absolutely is. And this is how we can know it. You were born magical. You were born completely tuned in. Your higher I am presence was grounded in you and you were open and allowing. And your mind was there as a servant to you. Rather than you needing to serve the mind, your mind was there saying, let me help you out here in this new playground that you've turned up in. And this is also what your claircognizance is doing, is it's helping you to understand the frequency of where you are at the moment in your magical playground, where you are in your magic weaving, and just everyday life. So claircognizance is, like I said, it's where you just get a block of thought. It drops in. So let's first clarify this. Claircognizance, intuitive messages that we receive direct into our mind, are blocks of thought. They're not our thinking. So the first thing to know, Magic Maker, is this. A block of thought will arrive as a complete thought. It drops. Our mind, particularly when we're overthinking or trying to find a solution to something, it'll kind of dribble and drip. So there's a difference in frequency, there's a difference in knowing whether you get a drop or a dribble or a drip. So that's the first thing to notice. Because I believe there's a lot of claircognizance going on and people are thinking that's just my thinking mind. It's your magical mind, magic maker. A clear block of thought drops in. So just now breathe in. Do I have a memory of a clear block of thought just dropping in? And when it drops in, you don't know where it came from. You maybe weren't even thinking about that, whatever the subject is, but it drops in as a clear block of thought, and you also know it to be true. It's not something that you question with like, oh, really? Is that true? I don't know. Really? Maybe I need to. No. When it drops in, it's a clear drop, block of thought, and a feeling, a knowing of this is the truth. Now, you may not know why it's the truth or how is that going to play out. I mean, that's a different magical deal here. But you do intuitively know that that is the truth. And you don't know why you know it. It's just dropped in. Sometimes you can get a drop in for yourself, a truth about a person, a situation, a movement in your life, or it may be for another. Either way, claircognizance is the download. You know, you hear people talking about intuition and people who channel, it's like, I got a download, right? That's what that is. You are getting downloads all the time. And sometimes what happens is our thinking mind is so in the drips and the dribbles that we're moving the block. Where's the block? We didn't hear it. Or it gets mixed up in the drips and the dribbles. So, how do you tune into your claircognizance? Let's play there. The first thing that you want to do is affirm that your mind is indeed magical and can receive clear blocks of thought that are intuitive guidance assisting you in your magical adventure here, earthbound. First thing you want to do, be open and allowing your mind is magical and can receive. And then what you want to do is you want to start to pay attention to the difference between a drop and a dribble. The drop is really clear. The dribble kind of like hangs about and overthinks, and we all know it. Overthinker right here. I completely get it. And I know when claircognizance drops, for I can really clearly feel it as a truth. And the thing about the drop is feel it in the knowing. That's the truth that just dropped in. And then just allow. What can often happen with claircognizance is we get a drop and then we move into the thinking mind. Why is that so? Is that really the truth? And then we're off back into our ego thinking earthbound mind. Whereas intuition and magic is just saying, I'm trying to tell you something here. So when you get a drop, I also advise just stop. Stop, pause, breathe, and just be like, okay, thank you. I just received that. I don't know what it means yet. I don't know if I need to know what it means yet, but I'm just going to breathe into accepting that for now, in this moment, in this vibration, that is the truth. And just play there. Claircognizance is a clair that can be hard to tune into because our thinking mind is so powerful and we have learnt to trust all of those thoughts as our leader. And we've forgotten that we were born with this magical mind that can receive blocks of thought, blocks of inspiration that can help us to guide our way. So you're going to have to be maybe a little patient with your claircognizance if you want to be playing in this world. For it does take a little bit of time to let the mind know I'm open and allowing to receive clear blocks of inspiration and thought. And then when you receive it, Magic Maker, stop, pause, breathe, and just be like, thank you for sharing the truth with me. And then continue in your magical playground and see how that truth plays out. For I have received some claircognizance drops that I'm like, where did that come from? Why am I receiving that? And I don't even know how that's going to play out. So I accept and allow. And then what I'll often find is that the drop will repeat. Maybe not immediately, but maybe like the next day, it will repeat. Or it will just get louder and stronger. If it's something that my intuition or a guide or an angel or any part of the universe really wants me to know, the drop will continue. Know this also, Magic Maker, that the drop continues to drop. It doesn't then go into a dribble. Tune into the difference between a drop and a dribble, and that's the first way you can start to tune into your claircognizance. The other way you can tune in with your claircognizance is this. As shared in this intuition series, all of our clairs have an archangel that says me. Choose me to tune into if you want to work on this particular clair. And our claircognizance tunes to Archangel Uriel, the wisdom archangel. Uriel comes through in this beautiful golden light and is the archangel that is going to help you connect to truth and purpose. So Archangel Uriel can really help you with gaining clarity. What is the truth? What is the purpose? What is the divine wisdom here that's going to help me in my magical adventure? What are the steps forward? What do I need to know? That's Archangel Uriel in that beautiful golden, beautiful light coming in to say, are you ready? Because I will help you tune to the truth. So you can call on Archangel Uriel also to say, I want to work on this claircognizance. Can you help me? I first want to know. I want to be able to feel and clearly know the difference between a drop and a dribble. And I want to begin to tune into my mind as a magical magnet of thought, not just my earthbound thinking machine. So we're going to play there. As I do, and as I have been doing, this Friday for our Friday frequency, I will be sharing a guided meditation, healing activation, and calling in Archangel Uriel to help us with this divine wisdom and to help us with activating the magic of our mind and knowing that our mind is indeed magical, connecting to the frequency of the universe. And you can, Magic Maker, receive clear blocks, drops, and downloads of thought and inspiration to help you guide your way. So that's coming up on Friday, our Friday frequency, guided meditation infused with Reiki love, calling in Archangel Uriel, dropping for you here on YouTube on Friday for your Friday frequency. And as I have done for all of this series, each clair has been shared on a Wednesday, followed on the Friday with a meditation calling in the Archangel that's going to support you with that clair. So you can go back now, if you wish, to the Witch Wednesday playlist and see all of the clairs, and also the Friday frequency playlist if you want to meditate and tune in with your intuition and call in some Archangel guidance and love. Play, play, play. Magic is supposed to be fun, and you are invited into the playground with all aspects, all ways that your intuition tunes for you. For this is what I know as a magic weaver and an intuitive guide. When you begin to build that relationship with your intuition, the world really does bring you a whole heap of more magic, and it gets more fun. So you want to be doing this work. And also maybe let's rephrase that. It's not work, it's playtime. It's your spirit at play with your divine communication, with your higher self, with the whole universe. It's your intuition. You are intuitive, and I invite you into the playground now. Next week, we will have the final in this series, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all those clairs together. How does your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your claircognizance, and your clairsentience all play together? Because do you know what? You're vibing them all at the same time. You may get a claircognizance drop at the same time as a clairsentience feeling. You may. There's all these different ways that the clairs are playing together in the playground and inviting you to tune in. And there's an amazing dance with your clairs, and that is what we're going to be dancing and playing with in our magical playground here at Big Life Magic next Wednesday for our final in this intuition series. So as shared, there are so many ways you can play. Go back in the playlist and play through this series. And please, if inspired to do so, subscribe, hit the notifications, continue to turn up, because it is my absolute delight and privilege to be your magical guide. And I want to share with you all the ways that you can tune into your magic, for I believe that you are the most magic that you will ever meet. For it's true, and I know it to be true, Magic Maker, that it is you. It is you that is the magic. Big love.